like people really enjoy telling their journey and having that space to be able to like openly talk without feeling judged. So I really love that. I really love being able to let them talk and let them be free,
Right.
not feel like hide anything.
Yeah, it's got to be nice to be able to sit down with someone that is a consultant and has been in this enough and seen enough and has enough experience to where they can help you, especially if you're in a situation to where you've never ever tried cannabis before. I mean, imagine being 80 years old, all this time. This is, like you said, it's been taught to you that, some people really firmly believe that this is a sacrilegious plant. And it's phenomenal to think about the things that we do to our own selves with our mind. But anyway, to have that comfort is got to be just really special. So I appreciate what you do for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, it's rewarding. It's very rewarding. Like sometimes you get people that are very desperate. I had a customer with epilepsy, and he was just so tired of the medications, and we found a flower, a CBD flower actually, and it like literally he knocked down like 4 of the medications he was taking just with that flower.
Yeah.
And he was mind blown, and he was just like, this is crazy. Like, I've been taking all this for all these years, and this is all I needed.
Right.
Just like,
yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially, I do a lot of, I love seeing family members and loved ones, ask questions, finally. and then seeing them. I'm sorry, my phone keeps going off here. Let me turn it off.
It's okay.
So and to be able to finally ask questions, and you kind of help them along, and that sort of thing, and then you find out months later that they actually listened and tried and did all these things, and then they get off of these medications and things like that you're talking about. It's so wonderful to see. It's amazing to see people's lives change. The cool thing about here in Oklahoma, which you don't see yet in Texas, which hopefully you will very, very, very soon, are clinics with doctors that are very, very happy with results of their normal, like in these outlying small town areas. Some of them are actually claiming to be very happy with the results of some of their older patients that with their blood pressure issues, the pain, arthritis, everything, all the things that you've been talking about, and just smiling ear to ear and loving the fact that they can go into town and get their regular, pick up their regular meds, come home and get off of all of the things that they're getting on, and they're like amazed at it here. I mean, there's a community of, I would consider it maybe like a mid-level, I guess, medical community or something, but it's more of a community level, and you hear them talking about, wow, this is amazing. I mean, this is something else. And once they open up and accept the fact that this is something to look into seriously, it's changing their patients' lives. It's really remarkable.
Yeah, no, it definitely changes people's quality of living, and I hope that we're able to do it here, because that's like one of my main goals, to be able to open some sort of center where I could do my health coaching and incorporate the cannabis consultation in practice, because I also do believe you do need them. It's medicinal, but you also need a whole life, like you can't just smoke weed and be getting drunk and eating junk food and then expect to feel great, like in a balance. So
yeah, there is a balance.
Yeah, like find that balance, you know, because sometimes they think like, well, I have a shitty life, but if I take a bong rip, then I'll be fine. And it's like, well, you know, there's other that you got to consider. So that's like one of my long-term goals, is being able to have some sort of center where I can incorporate both in the same place openly, because also, you know, cannabis field is complicated as well as health coaching field, because we're kind of like the enemy with the pharma as well. They don't want people to hit preventative medicine. So it's a war between my both passions.
So tell us more about your journey of how you got to where you're at as a consultant.
So my journey, it's been really hard. I kind of started when I was very young. I started with migraines and anxiety. At the moment, they didn't know what it was. They kept telling me I had tachycardia and I was allergic to this, I was allergic to that. And my migraines got out of control to where I had like, my brain was getting swollen. I was getting all this medications to basically get blacked out every time I had a headache. And then after that, the IBS kicked in. So I started losing weight. I was like 90 pounds, going in and out of the hospital constantly. And then like 4 years ago, I was super stressed. I was working in corporate. I got pregnant. I had a miscarriage. I was hospitalized due to, you know, all the complications. And that's kind of when it hit me. I was just like, you know, I can't keep going like this. Like, I can't keep medicating myself. I can't keep depending on this doctor and that doctor. I finally quit my job in corporate and dedicated a whole semester to get my health coach certification. After I got that, I saw the change in my lifestyle. I was able to gain weight. I was able to feel better, but I was still struggling with anxiety and IBS. So that's when I was like, okay, I need to take another step and find something else. And I started getting into my cannabis certification. I started getting into more the medicinal part of it. And I got the certification when I got to Texas. And that's when I started, I opened a CBD store for a veteran here. So it was super awesome because he was super against marijuana too.
Okay.
And I got with him and he kind of was like, wow, this is amazing. So he opened a CBD store and I managed the CBD store for him. And that's when I started helping people because he's 85. A lot of his friends were older when they started coming into the store. So it brought an older crowd and a different perspective. So that's why I was like, you know, I think the educational part is going to be very important in this part, you know, of Texas. So I started bringing graphs into the store. I started kind of explaining to people the broad, the full, the isolate spectrum. And I just kind of like got me, you know, like I got hooked on it because it's just, like you say, it's so rewarding to see people come in and thinking like this is something that's been banned for so many years, but wow, this has changed my life, you know, and follow through with what you're telling them.
Yeah.
And then that's basically been my focus. I'm just focused on reaching out to people. I got people through DMs all the time, through Facebook. I'm not working since COVID hit. I left because of my son. The store shut down once I left. So it's been more of working from home and just dedicating, like you said, dedicating myself to educating people. That's my main thing here in Texas, since my options are very limited here.
Okay. Well, do you have any, like, maybe a specific case study or anything that you'd like to talk about that was remarkable to you?
So, I mean, the ones that, like, I have, you know, the guy with epilepsy was pretty big. I had another girl that had, what is this? I always forget the name. Where they have, like, chronic pain.
Are you talking about...
I always forget the name. It's like really bad pain all over their body.
Are you talking about rheumatoid arthritis or? Possibly?
Yeah, I don't remember the name right now, but
okay,
it's unbearable pain.
Okay.
And her, it was very hard because she was in a ton of, and it was kind of like a process to find the right dosage for her, as well as she can't just depend on one thing. You know, she needs to layer up with a bunch of things.
Right.
And when she started just like everybody else, thinking like, I'm going to take the highest dose and that's going to make me better. And that's necessarily the case for everybody. So we kind of had to start it with 150 milligrams of a dropper. And then we kind of went up to 2,000 milligrams. And then we had to incorporate bath salts. So she needs to take baths, she needs to put ointments. And it's a routine for her. But she's at the point where she's not taking medications. She's only using her CBD, her little dose of THC, and she's able to function to where she wasn't able to, sometimes get out of bed. Like she was just stuck in pain. She couldn't walk. She couldn't, nothing. And now she has a part-time job. She's able to work. She's able to like go out with her friends. And it's all literally just cannabis that she takes. Wow. And it's amazing to see the change in her lifestyle from when she came in basically in a wheelchair to now she can go and walk around and choose her own medication and pay by herself.
That's great.
She gets that independent feeling. Yeah, it's not just the health. She just, she feels independent to where before she needed someone at all times.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see all the parts of it, like not just the health side, but the whole lifestyle change on a person.
Yes.
It's rewarding, and it makes you feel good to see someone feeling good, I guess.
It does. It's very contagious, isn't it?
Yeah. It's addicting. Like, okay, so who's next?
Yeah. And it's interesting too, sometimes whenever you run into patients that were actually cannabis users before, and they're even discovering the medicinal value of it. It's like, oh, this was medicine this whole time. It's great. I love seeing that stuff. It's like seeing the look on somebody's face when they, whenever they first discover, so open a gift or something. It's great. Anyway.
Yeah. Mind blowing for some people. They're like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like the endocannabinoid system, they're like, wait, I have that? Like,
yeah. And, one of the things that people forget in our industry is that there are people that don't know. We tend to start talking about lingo, or using lingo that we all know, and there are still people out there that are fully unaware of what a cannabinoid. I can't even say the word, but I mean, it's just simple. The simplicity of the plant and what it can do. So you being there as a consultant is very important. I'll say that again, but hopefully we can do that with the show a little bit through other people, and be able to have them on, speak about their journey, and inspire others to understand that there's another option out there other than all of the other medication that Big Pharma wants to shove down our throats and has been forever.
I'm over Big Pharma. Like, I got to the point where I had barely any white cells on my body because I have so much medication. And I was like, okay, so if I get a cold, I'm going to die, but what are they going to give me? Give me more medication, Like,
right.
It's insane. Like, they really and it's an experiment, like, I also tell people, like, you got to understand that doctors are practicing medicine. Like, they're not medicine. They practice medicine. So a lot of times, trial and error, and you don't know what you're gonna get, and you're not gonna know what the results are, And
right.
I worked psychiatrists, like psych hospitals before, and I've seen the effects of some of those psychic medications do on people, and it's sad, because it's like they're trying to control one thing, but then they're drooling, and they can't control the drooling thanks to the medications, and it's just like, it's frustrating because some of those things can be easily fixed with cannabis. And it's just like,
could be.
Why are we doing it to people?
Well, because it's
Money.
sacrilegious. No, yeah, it's money. It's all the above.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're moving past that phase of reality which we have all lived in this on this earth, and that will be behind us very soon. And we'll be able to move forward in a better journey for all of us.
I know and it's been a plant that's been around for so long. Like, it's insane. I was reading the other day about Egyptian culture and how they used the tinctures. They made the cannabis tinctures. They used it with women during labor and after labor. And it's like, it's been used for so many years that we're in 2022 and we're still trying to be like, hey, hello.
Yeah. But what about the politics of it? Or who's going to get the most money? Wait a second.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to. And it's
it's sad, but it's real. It is real. And we must accept that is the reality and navigate through it. Hopefully we can do that together. I think this is going to be great. Again, to introduce ourselves or reintroduce ourselves. I'm James. I'm
Elia.
Yeah, and Elia. And we are going to be doing the show on a regular together, and we invite you to email us or DM us or just contact us in any way if you feel that your story or someone else's journey would help others out there. That's what we're here for. We're not here for any type of ego boosting or anything like that. We want to help people. We want to help real people, and we want to help people that need that help. So let us know if you have somebody out there. Ella,
Yes.
do you have anything else? Oh, sorry.
Yes, I'm super excited and just share your journey. Like, you don't need to be an expert. We don't need no experts. Like, I mean, if you do have expertise, obviously it's a plus and we love to hear it. But if you don't, just, we just want to hear journeys. We want to hear how people change their lives. And I think that's what can help other people as well. Not only people that have certifications, they're just regular stories help a lot of people as well. So
they do.
Whoever wants to reach out, share your journey, come chat with us.
All right. Well, we will have a show next week, right?
Yes, next Tuesday we're going to have a CBD expert, and she'll share some stories from her clients. She has a company in Serbia, a company in the US. She has her own farm. She uses CBD herself, so it'll be exciting kind of to know, because she has great stories about Serbia too. So it'll be interesting to hear more about that too.
Okay.
So
I'm really looking forward
next
to
Tuesday. Yes, me too. All right.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.